Everybody knows about UPS flight 2976, and it's probably one of the most deadliest and worst accidents that happened in 2025. Here. Here, I'll show you two videos of the crash.
Is rising in that UPS plane crash in Kentucky. At least 12 people are now confirmed dead. The NTSB is also now saying one of the engines came off the plane moments before it crashed. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest on the investigation.
Dramatic new video of that UPS plane crashing down in Louisville Tuesday. You see a car driving along when the aircraft comes down fast, slamming into businesses and exploding into flames. People running out of a business. This is what's left behind. Mangled metal and cars burned, massive piles of wreckage smoldering.
What this scene is violent. We do not expect to find anyone else alive in the area.
Governor Andy Beshear declaring a state of emergency. Officials say identifying the victims and locating the missing has been difficult.
I had previously reported that there were 15 individuals that had been reported as missing. We have located 6 of those individuals over the last 24 hours. And so we're now down to 9 that are missing.
The NTSB on the ground leading the investigation, saying the left engine of Flight 2976 caught fire moments after takeoff, separating from the aircraft. The plane slamming into the ground, the debris field nearly half a mile wide. This dashcam video shows another angle of the plane falling from the sky, leaving a trail of flames. The driver running for cover. The plane's black boxes recovered from the scene.
We feel comfortable once we get these to our lab in D.C. that we will be able to get a good readout of the applicable data.
And 28 NTSB investigators are on the scene there working to figure out what exactly went wrong. They're looking at things like the engines, maintenance of the plane, and flight control systems. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
As you can see in this footage, the engine 1 separates from the aircraft. The plane starts tumbling to the ground, exploding, killing all crew members on board. Here's a closer footage of the actual crash. Here, I'll zoom it in. You can see how it explodes in the background. Here's a closer footage of the crash. It's 2025, and UPS Flight 2769 is taking off. He was given clearance to taxi. I didn't know that the first engine was having a problem. Now the plane was doing a taxi roll. But then the pilot noticed that the engine was going slow than the other. And then he types in chats. So guys, we're just gonna retweet UPS flight. Tower starts worrying. UPS flight 2769 was taxiing to the runway. After that, the engine was having a malfunction, as it starts having cracks in the main engine number 1. We're supposed to go on runway. We were supposed to go on runway 15 to 33. Instead, he was now cleared to go to runway 12 or 29. Because of this miscalculation, the pilot ignored the rules and went onto the wrong runway. He got confused but changed his mind. And then he went the right way. ATC risked it being interrupted by UPS flight 2769, causing it to have a miscalculation. And instead, the ATC forgot of which runway he was supposed to go on, so he said, go to runway 15. Since he already is past runway 15, he had to go on runway 29. E2 and A2. UPS started screaming at him that he wasn't clear. We ignored ATC. He didn't know that the engine would veer off his aircraft. He started taxiing to the gate. He started taxiing to the runway. UPS 7. UPS flight 2769 was lined up. The pilot didn't know disaster will strike. Now, let's start from the camera, where cameraman was recording. Here, next to a junkyard. And we start here. The truck parked at the junkyard. You can see the UPS Flight 2769 ready for takeoff. There's this cam of the plane actually colliding on the roof, then crashing into these.